At the heart of the sprawling Korogosho slum in Nairobi, Mburu Gitau has taken in his orphaned nieces. He has been their sole guardian ever since his sister-in-law died in 2003, 8 years after his brother died. He lives with 11-year-old Ruth Waithera, now in Standard 6, but 16-year-old Anne Magere is away in a boarding secondary school. After the death of their beloved parents, Andrew Murigi and Sophia Wamboi, Ruth says their lives took a turn for the worst.
Saa zingine nasikia vibaya kwa sababu kama babu hana pesa naenda kwa shule kama sijakunywa chai.
Their parents left behind this piece of land, about 3/4 of an acre, and also this house in Ruiru's Mwihoko area. It is currently occupied by this woman, Rachel Wanjiku. Initially, their late mother had allowed Wanjiku and her family to stay on the property free of charge as they took care of it in her absence. But when she died, Gitau wrote an agreement with Wanjiku's family requiring them to pay a monthly rent of 300 shillings to facilitate the children's upkeep. However, that agreement turned sour last August.
Nyumba ilienda tukaongeza ikawa 550. Wakati niliaja kwenda kumdai akatoa mkuki. Akaniambia hata huna haja kufika hapa tena kwa sababu hata sijui tuliadikania nini kwa na wewe.
Fearing the worst and that the caretaker could be plotting to take over the property, Gitau reported the incident at the area police station. Lawyers say cases of swindling children of their inheritance are common.
There are times when people do these things out of pure malice, right? Pure malice. But many other times when people do this out of ignorance.
Ruth's uncle is HIV positive and has been forced to rely on the Kenyan network of women with AIDS, Kenwa, for food aid. This was all Ruth had for supper when we arrived, and it was hard to believe that upon their death, her parents had left them some viable property. And while the children continue to suffer, the blame game continues among the adults.
Walisema hata toka pale bila sheria yote ya kumruhusu atoke pale kwa sababu naenda kumulipisha nyumba ambaye hakukuwa akilipa.
Sikukataa, tumekataa. Hakuna kitu tulikuwa tumekataa sisi.
Wanjiku reads mischief in Gitau's pursuit of his brother's property. She is concerned that the children may not be accessing that money after all. Indeed, at this point, Gitau seems to be the only one acting as a caretaker or administrator of his brother's estate on behalf of the children.
To safeguard the interests of children, the court would not allow there to be one administrator only. So a relative from the father's side and a relative from the mother's side, so that at least the ground is as neutral as possible.
According to Section 38 of the Succession Act, when a person dies without a will and has a surviving child or children but no spouse, his or her property is transferred to the surviving child if there is only one, or equally divided among them if there are more. All are equal under the law, and as such, no one should disinherit orphaned children, regardless of the relationship they had with their parents. Sylvia Chebet, Citizen TV, Mwihoko, Ruiru.